As you know, we held this summit first a few years ago, and we promised to make improvements and to continue to work, to not take things for granted. That my motto in terms of what I wanted to do for and with seniors was something that was quite simple. I was asked the question many years ago, what is the foundation of your platform for seniors? And I said, well, it's basically two words, dignity and respect. That we use that as a foundation for how we would treat and engage our seniors in Montgomery County, and that foundation could drive everything else. Because when you have that as a foundation, you're going to make certain that you listen, that you respect people, that you engage with them, and that you are going to continue to listen. This is a continuation of that listening process. Two important points about what I think was a rather impressive list of accomplishments and things that we are doing. As we gathered some years ago, we promised to be dedicated and committed to this task. But keep in mind that the task was made harder by a number of economic challenges that we experienced, not only here, but throughout this nation. What you saw on that video and what you know to be true was accomplished through one of the greatest recessions that we've had in our history. Through government shutdowns, sequesters, and a variety of things that made this task very, very difficult. And so I am pleased that we were able to make the number of accomplishments that you witnessed just a moment ago and continue to make. And I think that we can make even better accomplishments for the future. The second point is that this was a collaboration, a partnership with our county council, its leadership, and all of the members of the county council who really, really understood the need to make certain that we had the improvements. The challenge for us is to move beyond where we are today. And it gets to be just a little bit more difficult. We are not totally out of the impacts of the recession. We have not accomplished all of the things that we set out to accomplish 6 years ago. And our county is growing larger. Not only is it growing older, but it is also experiencing the impact of our young people. The number of kids entering our school system, 2,600 to 2,800 per year. And of course, as you know, we are also growing older. And so, on one hand, when we are trying to find resources to expand, to open schools, respond to that growth of our young people, we need the services for the growing population of our aged community. And there are some things that really challenge us for the future. If you look at the survey that has been provided or the information therein, you'll see that people rate Montgomery County in terms of the quality of life here, good to excellent. You combine those two together, they're probably close to 88%. But there are some things in the survey that you would note that are somewhat troubling. People note that accessibility is a challenge for many still. That they are concerned about programs with special needs for seniors. And of course, the ongoing need for seniors to have continued job opportunities. And certainly, the huge challenge of housing, affordable housing. We have a great deal of work still ahead of us. But I want you to note a couple of things in terms of our interest here locally. We had a decision to make a few years ago about a couple of projects in Montgomery County, and one of them is right down the street. As you note, we have an excellent new Silver Spring library. But adjacent to the library, right in the heart of Silver Spring, that we'll complete fairly soon is a senior housing project in the heart of Silver Spring. The reason I note this one particular project is because the county could have done a great deal with that land. You will not find too many jurisdictions who are willing to invest right in the heart of one of the most vibrant areas in our county, some of the most valuable land that you can have, to build senior housing. Now, they would have said, well, put it somewhere else where it's cheaper, where there are less services. We want our seniors to be part of the community. This is a vibrant community. So we have invested and we want to continue to invest in places where seniors want to be. That's an important project. I symbolize that project because it is a reflection of my commitment, the council's commitment, all of our collective commitments to make certain that we in fact treat our seniors with dignity and respect. And you can't do it once. You can't look at it and say we've completed it. We can't assume that we've got it all right the first time. It's an ongoing evolution. The next challenge that we have is that we are growing much more diverse in Montgomery County. The needs of seniors in terms of our great diversity are changing. I had an opportunity to stop by an exercise class a year or so ago at our sparkling Mid-County Center. There are a number of Asian seniors who were engaged in an exercise and dance class. When I stuck my head in the door, they said, come in, come in. And so I stepped in. I couldn't figure out the moves of the dance, but they were moving. They were having a wonderful time. And I knew that this was a project that we had built here in Montgomery County and providing the services and programs for our seniors. The nutritional needs of our seniors are not all the same when you look at a diverse population. The cultural needs, the reading, all of the things that seniors want are not quite the same. They vary. And so we have to respond to this. We have one of the most diverse communities in all of America. We have, on one hand, one of the most challenged communities in all of America. Because you cannot assume and take inclusion and diversity for granted. It is something we have to continue to work on. And so, although I see a level of diversity here in this room, there are a number of people who are not here. People who cannot get here because of disabilities. People, seniors who are still working because they have to and not because they necessarily want to. People who do not have the accessibility to get here, otherwise we want to be here. And so we need to reach out to many more and to be much more inclusive in that portion of the community as well. And so although we have made progress, the challenges ahead for us continue to be a real challenge. We are not out of the woods with the recession. We're not out of the woods with all of the challenges that we identified some years ago. But I am committed to make a difference. Now, the challenge is that some years ago when we had this summit, I talked about what we are going to do for the seniors, for our aged population. And I was reminded some years back that I wasn't talking about other people. I realized that I was talking about myself at some point. I'm reminded some years ago when a number of seniors approached me, and they had a simple question. And the question was, why shouldn't we not change the lettering on the road signs in Montgomery County? This was some years ago when I was on the county council. Because it was too difficult for some of the seniors to read at night. And when I looked at the cost of it, I said, wow, that's a huge cost to change all of the road signs in Montgomery County, the lettering and the numbering. I'm not sure that that is the highest priority for us right now. And then a few months later, I was in a portion of Silver Spring trying to find an address, and it was raining. It was at night. And I was squinting to my eyes to look at the sign, and I stopped for a moment. I said, you know, those seniors had a wonderful idea. So this is all part of what we are about, this growing, diverse community of Montgomery County, one that I hold in my heart to be and will be one of the most inclusive and best places in America to live. But we start with treating everyone, especially our seniors, with dignity and respect. Much of what we have in Montgomery County was built on the shoulders of our aged population. They help provide the services that we are enjoying today, paid the taxes for so many years, involved in engagement in civic and community activities to ensure that the community that we see today is one that they can be proud of. And so the least that we can do in return is to make sure that if they want to remain in Montgomery County, and I hope they do, if they see Montgomery County the way that they thought it would be, then we should help make that possible. We owe our seniors a great deal of gratitude for what they've done. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. You've invested, you've lived here, you participated, and you made it work. So, I want to acknowledge and thank again all of you for coming out.